In previous weeks, we've been talking about financial policies and those critical components that should be in all of our doctors' financial policies. We talked about the general provisions, the insurance payment and billing provisions, as well as the patient payment provisions that should be in all of your financial policies. But what about some of those extras? And yes, those should also be in your policies because you want, again, one easy document that covers everything, that is your agreement with that patient regarding all things financial. Don't forget to have that patient sign it. We covered that last time. If they sign it, then again, it eliminates a lot of that conversation, a lot of the potential arguments that come down the road as to how your financial policies work in your office. And then you can give them a copy. Makes it simple. What are the extras though? And those are the things that we're going to talk about today. So what do you do for missed appointments? In other words, how many grace missed appointments are you going to give? I mean, it's invariably going to happen. Maybe there's an accident or maybe they got delayed at the office or who knows what. I'd hate to say this, but I've even missed an appointment simply because somehow I missed it in my calendar. So it can happen. And so what is your policy? Do you charge a missed appointment fee? And if you do charge that missed appointment fee, do you give any grace periods? Include that in your financial policy. Again, eliminates any kind of argument or concern coming from a patient. Also then, late arrivals. In other words, if they're exceptionally late for their appointment, at what point do you consider that to be a missed appointment? What if they're 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, 15, 30, an hour and 43 minutes and 52 seconds? Who knows? However late they may be, make sure that you include at what point that a late appointment or a late arrival constitutes a missing or a missed appointment. Now, what else? What if they need to cancel? Maybe something came up. They had something happen at their child's school, a PTA conference, or who knows what. The question is what point are you going to have that cutoff for a notification for them going to be missing an appointment to turn into a missed appointment? You want to include that also in your financial policy. Other things. Now, we have a huge article coming out on medical record copies and what to charge, as this is an incredibly complicated thing that shouldn't be. It really should be easy, but whatever policy that you end up adopting in your office for copy fees, I would strongly encourage you to put that inside of your financial policy, again, to eliminate any questions or concerns. But we have an article that's coming out in the Illinois Advantage that will be hitting our members' desktops in the next week or so, as well as in our members-only article that'll be hitting in the Edge and online soon thereafter. So we would strongly encourage you to take a look at that article and help you formulate your opinion. I don't really have the time in today's video to go through all of the nuances in the medical records copy fees and what you can charge, but you want to include that in your financial policy. What else? Do you charge for school forms? Do you charge for work forms that may have to be completed? What about if you've got to prepare some sort of an expert report for something? Do you charge for that? Do you have an hourly charge for that? You want to include that as well. And then also, if you're going to give expert testimony, maybe it's through deposition or through expert testimony at a court case, at a hearing, at a mediation or binding arbitration, whatever the case might be, if you're going to charge for expert testimony, this would be another good place to include that. And again, I'm going to double back. All of those things are important to include. You include the other provisions that we've talked about in previous weeks, and don't forget to have the patient sign it and give them a copy. And that way there's never any doubt, any question. And if they do have questions, you can remind them that they agreed to this up front before they ever receive care. Build your financial policy, build it rock solid, and it's going to help you be able to increase your collections down the road. And we'll catch you next week.